All right, today we want to take a look at the switch function in Microsoft Excel. And the switch function is basically going to compare one value wherever we ask it against a range of a bunch of other values, and then it's going to look for the match and return that match to us, thus switching the value. So here what we have is we have all these people and they're going to go visit these countries, France, Spain, Belgium. And we want to say, hey, what language are they going to speak there? What language do you need to be studying and ready for? So right here, where I'm going to start off is we're just going to type in equals to tell it to do a formula. I'm going to type switch. And the first thing I need to do, it says expression. I got to tell it the value 1. I got to tell it where to look. I want it to look at the word right here in B2. And then what I want you to do is I'm going to put quotations. If it says the word France, not that, France, comma, I want you to say, hey, they're going to be speaking French over there. And let's just hit return. It says, okay, French. Now if I hit where that is, there's the formula you see. I scroll down, I put Control D for fill down. You'll see it put wherever there's France, it put French. Now it put this saying, hey, I don't recognize Spain. I don't know what that is. So we could come back up here. If we wanted to just have it leave a blank in case we don't really care, what I can do is I can put actually another comma here and just put quote, quote. Basically, it'll leave it blank. It'll basically won't put anything. And you'll see when I do a fill down, Control D, it leaves them blank instead. But I don't want that. I want to come in here and I want to say, hey, if you see France, put French. And then I want to say, hey, I'll just type it right in here. If you see the word Spain, comma, we want you to say Spanish. And finally, if you see the word Belgium, we want you to say, do you know what they speak? Did I put my comma? Nope, better put the comma. They speak Dutch. Now, it filled the formula in here. See the formula here in cell C3 is different because that's the old formula we had. Here's this cell. I'm now going to click on it, drag down, hit Control D to fill it down, and boom, there we have. It recognizes everything. There's no blanks. So we now can just, hey, this is what you better learn to speak before you go. Now, another method that sometimes is used, let's clear all this, is I like to, instead of typing all that, though that makes it sort of easy to see, I sometimes like to make just a chart. So let's just say right here, I make a chart and I say, hey, if it is France, I want it to be, French. If it is Spain, let's do Spanish. And if it is Belgium, let's say you're speaking Dutch. Now here I'm going to simply come and say equals switch. Again, I needed to say, hey, look right here at B2. That's the main spot that we need to focus on. And now I'm going to say, hey, if you see this, now I'll need to hit my comma, say French. If you see Spain, Spanish. Belgium, Dutch. And then I can just close it. And there we have it. Now, what happens though? There's going to be a little problem here when I go Control D. Something went wrong. If I look at this cell right here, it's looking, hey, it's looking in B6. It's looking at France. But it's going to F9. Because what happened is when we did a fill down from here, all these changed. So we need to make sure we make it an absolute function in here. So not the B2, but F5 through G7, I need dollar signs in there. Now, instead, what we'll hit, you're taught usually you can just use an F4 key. That makes it easy. So I highlight everything. I just hit my F4. Now put my cursor at the end, hit return. It says French. And now when I go fill down, Control D, everything is perfect because now in this spot, it looks at B7, sees Spain, and then it goes to, it's locked to stay, hey, F5, do G5, and so forth. there you have it. There's the switch function, 2 different ways to do it. I sometimes use a table just if I have quite a bit of information and I get tired of typing the same word. So, hope that helps you.